What's up, everyone? It is Jason David Frank, known from the Green Ranger, White Ranger, Red Zeo, Red Turbo, Black Dino Thunder, and now my new movie called The Legend of the White Dragon. I play Eric Reed in a brand new movie that's coming out next year, August, aiming for theaters and some good streaming platforms, so it's going to be pretty awesome.
So just tell us a little bit about the background of the film, what's it going to be about, and just some things to highlight, just the excitement of it.
All right, so I'm the Legend of the White Dragon. We were treasure hunters, and I would hunt for treasure. My dad was more of a thief who plays Michael Madsen, who I always wanted to work with. And he stumbles upon a crystal. Long story short, I'm the Legend of the White Dragon. We have a pre-sequel comic book that will set it up. Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool, is doing one of our variant books. So the pre-sequel was set up the movie. Basically, something happens pretty bad to Eric Reed, gets blamed for some stuff, and he has to go on the run to keep his family safe. And so he's gone for 3 years, and I kind of come back like this. He's been through a lot. His friends, Jason Font and Rachel, Connor and Iris, bring him back to our lab that King Batch is in. King Batch is actually one of our mentors. And we got to reunite to become the Legend of the White Dragon again. Eric Reed doesn't really want to do that because he holds a lot of guilt. So this movie finds a way for people to get rid of their guilt and become a hero. Meanwhile, the crystal's broken, which means that I'm the only one that can activate the crystal of the Legend of the White Dragon. But there's a character named Jai, Dragon Prime, played by Eric Schonke. He wants to become Dragon Prime in order to kill Eric Reed in the Legend of the White Dragon because something happened, but you have to watch the film. So he does whatever he has to do to infuse himself with the crystal to become Dragon Prime. And then there's a big battle, and then you gotta wait for the end. We also, the cast members, Mark Dacascos from John Wick 3, Double Dragon, he did The Crow, he's in it. And then Michael Madsen from Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, Donnie Brasco, one of my favorite movies. He played my dad. We have Mei Ling, who just did Suicide Squad. And then, again, King Batch is one of the mentors. And then we have a couple other special guests. We're done filming, but we haven't announced it yet. And he's a really big character from the DC universe, really well known, and he plays our good old mayor in the movie. So that's kind of a summary, but the movie really sets up the second movie, which we have also a villain named Ashgore. And all the villains and everything is just so amazing. Bat in the Sun, myself, we originally kickstarted it, and then we had some private investors step up to say, you know what, we believe in Bat in the Sun, we believe in you, and the movie just grew bigger and bigger and bigger. And like I said, we're aiming for theatrical release next year, and also whatever streaming platforms happens with what I call season 2 of the COVID. So we'll be in season 3 next year. Hopefully we'll be out of it, and it'll be a better season. Well, I'm glad you asked that because I always forget. So this movie, Eric Reed, I decided to pick Muay Thai. Now, Muay Thai is a special art to me. I train a lot of different styles. I didn't do that on Power Rangers. Also, I had a different presence on Power Rangers. So I decided to pick Muay Thai as a special art for Eric Reed. The cool thing, when Eric Reed was a treasure hunter, he wasn't really a karate guy. So on the 3 years that he disappeared and kind of became an outlaw on the run to save his family and everything, to disappear from the world, he trained extensively. So I'm bringing Muay Thai, which is not a lot in movies. I mean, Tony Jaa's, a lot of people that brought Muay Thai, but my character is kind of strictly Muay Thai, and I'm very excited about it. But when he becomes the White Dragon, there's a lot of powers. He can fly, there's invisibility powers. Aaron knows I'm a big Wolverine fan, so you'll never know what you see from the Legend of the White Dragon. But as far as Eric Reed, I do Muay Thai in the movie. So it ties in amazingly. Mark Dacascos, famous martial artist, always wanted to work with. We have some really good things in this movie. Probably one of the best movies, action and acting. And I'm gonna tell you why, it satisfies me. For once, I have something that I can dig my teeth into. The scene with Michael Madsen, we talk all the time, and he can vouch for me. He's gonna do an interview, and he did also on comicbook.com. It was a very moving scene where there's real tears in the scene, which we kind of broke through this emotional barrier as a method actor. And since then, we've been talking. We talk about our fathers, some stuff that we have in common, and that was probably the best gift of all times was to act with one of my favorite actors and go to an emotional place that method actors dream of, and we did, and I'm so proud of it. It's really going to be great. Something special about Corsicana. I was on tour, I drive by, sign comic books. That's how the whole thing started. JDF, PPP, sign, drive by. I would walk into a comic shop, sign everything, and say goodbye, and they could sell it. Trying to help the mom and pop shops out. But Corsicana is special to me. I didn't really know it's a drive into Dallas. I came into this town. I went to pass this comic book shop and I backed up. And truthfully, really good people. But it reminds me of the comic shop I grew up in. I collected comics. I had the best comic collection of all times. When I was 17 and 18, I had to let that comic book collection go in order to grow, to become an entrepreneur. So if it wasn't for comic books, and sometimes you got to let things go in order to grow, and that's why I give back to the comic book community. Love my fans. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here, and that's why we have such a great group of people waiting for this Legend of the White Dragon to drop. Hasbro has done nothing. There's nothing out there, and this is going to be something special for the fans. I also kept it clean for the kids, so when you're watching it with your kid, you're not going to hear F-bombs and all that other stuff. I took Jenna to Deadpool, so imagine how that went. And she was only like, I don't know, 10. So we're going to keep the movie clean for the kids and the adults, but mostly for the older age group. A little bit more complex story, a little bit more in-depth with Eric Reed, where he's been mentally, and it's going to be a great film.